Really, your first connection substantially with reality is hearing from an agent, a divine agent.
Oh, I'm being grafted.
Taking the mind as the best advisor of yourself, not a good idea.
It's only natural that you think that you are somehow being conned, but think a little harder, and you'll realize that this is not a trick.
To do an honest assessment of yourself and say, yes, I'm, in a sense, hopeless, helpless.
You don't have a lot of time. And in reality, you don't have a choice. Now, the most sensible thing to do would be to get a second opinion.
So we try to come under the influence of the revealed truth. We say, oh, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, above the senses is the mind. Okay, the mind is higher than the senses, and it's the seat of sense experience. Then he says, finer than the mind is intelligence. And you say, okay, now I understand intelligence. Discriminating factor, because the mind has no discriminating ability. So we're told you need to infuse the intelligence with Dharma Buddhi, back to Sadhu, Shastra, Guru, Vaishnava. Finer than intelligence, he's saying is what? That's the beginning of the Atma plane. That's where the self is located. So if you're viewing the self from the outside in and seeing yourself in terms of gender, nationality, age, all of these things, you're not having a proper glimpse of yourself and who you are and what is your potential.
What did I sign up for? Just know, if you start a job, then finish it.
The only way to get smarter is by playing a smarter opponent.
So have to come in connection with the proper agent who knows your identity, your reality potential, and can, under their guidance, you can engage in self-discovery, self-realization, self-actualization.
You've heard their voice for so long, you believe it to be you. You believe it to be your best friend.
They should believe their opponent to be their best friend.
Where's the best place an opponent should hide?
The very last place you would ever look.
He's all up here, pretending to be you.
We have met the enemy, and the enemy is us. Which is the actual truth.
I've had enough of this shit. It's starting to do my head in. Tell me you've had enough.
He tells you what to do.
Look, that's enough.
And when to do it.
Tell him. I said that's enough! Eventually, when the opponent is challenged or questioned, it means the victim's investment and thus his intelligence is questioned. No one can accept that. Not even to themselves.
We are the enemy, the mind that we think is our friend.
And right now, he's telling you that he doesn't even exist. We just put you to war with the only enemy that ever existed. And you think he's your best friend.
That's why day one, what does Guru Maharaj say to Gurudev? Are you prepared to listen to me and not your mind? That's the first thing he says to them, because he knows if that's not at the basis of the relationship, it's going to be meaningless. He's not going to make progress. He's not going to go very far. It's going to be a show of servitude, submission, discipleship. But if you're going to follow me and resist the suggestions of your mind, then you're going to make progress. Thank God we're not our minds.